Well, good evening. Welcome back to VP4TV. Good evening, good afternoon to Bill and anybody else that might be there. We have another round 2 match in the 2023 Virtual World Straight Pool Championships. We've got Matt MC Clarkey from England or UK, can't remember what flag he uses, we'll have a quick check, UK, and VPMonster, who's got a weird flag but he's from the States, and they're going to go at the top of the hour. What we need to do is have a quick look at the schedule. We have this match tonight, and then according to the schedule the next matches aren't until Sunday, where there are 4 in the schedule. You've got Spudboy against Eloquenti in the one loss side. You'll get Fast Eddie against Chiku on the winner's side. That should be interesting, that match. And that's at 6 PM on Sunday evening. We've got Cobra and Mooncake on the one loss side at 7 PM on the Sunday evening. And then the final match is at 8:30 at the start time. Again on the one loss side, Larry against Spectre Dawn. So there's some good matches lined up there. I'll certainly be able to cover the match between Fast Eddie and Chiku, and then obviously it'll still be on when this Cobra Mooncake match starts, so we'll keep an eye on that one. And then I don't know whether Slim will be around on Sunday evening, but that's too late for me, the Larry and Spectre Dawn match. So that's where we stand. Quick look over, how long have we got? About 2 minutes. If the voice can hold up again. So we already have Bill, who is the interested party viewing this tonight, because he's waiting in round 3 for the winner of this match. We've got Acero and Wanwa. Like I said previously, I don't think that will go ahead. I'll be surprised if it does. Acero should go through, and the winner of that match is waiting to has semi-pro waiting to play them in round 3. And further down we have that match we mentioned, Fast Eddie and Chiku in round 3, and we have Chimpy against Hairpig still to arrange their match, and I think that covers everything on that winner's side. So that is where we've got to. I'm going to do a quick tab. I haven't a clue whether Steve's around or not. If I can get the right thing, hang on a second. That's not it. Right, no sign of him. So I'm still trying to recover and clear up. The usual thing when I get something like this, it usually goes to my chest, so we're waiting on it clearing up. The good news is that both players are here. VPMonster's been sitting in away mode. MC Clarkey's just come in the last 5-10 minutes, and he's in getting a quick practice. So still a race to 200 on the winner's side. I'm going to come up with a prediction here, purely from the fact that Matt knows his way around a 9-foot table better than VPMonster does, and he's more akin to manoeuvring his way around the 9-foot table. However, it's about manoeuvring around in straight pool, and that is totally different from 9-ball. But in terms of scoring ability, I would say Matt should still be the favourite. But what do I know? That'll all unfold in about 30 seconds time when this room goes up. I'll have another quick drink. I've got my coffee here. I'll have one. Right, none. No sign. Now I don't know whether I've muted myself there when I was having a drink, but we'll fix that in a second. We are in the room. And we're waiting on both players arriving. We'll have the lag for the break. And thank God VPMonster's seen sense with his stupid bloody name. Something Noodle Super, whatever it was he had yesterday. I told him, I said, no way I'm going to be calling that in the stream. Well, that's certainly not the way you break in straight pool. Just as well Matt's get that out of his system. And Monster's arrived. We'll have the lag. We've got VPMonster on the right hand side and Matt on the farthest side. And Matt has won it. So off we go. Well, that was a sort of one pocket break there by Matt on the right hand side of the pack, going with loads of left English to check the cue ball and use the pack as cover. But Monster's well, I think he's decided he's just going to go for it. I think from the first shot he's just played the cut along the rail to get some damage done, which he has done. Now a testy little cut. And well, he's still got the bailout ball up table. But there's not an awful lot more happening. I mean, if he was see, even where that one ball is no good to be able to drop through onto this 11 ball. I think it's the 11 to do some damage from there. That's a bit of an awkward area there. And that's a lot better now. Now that one ball still needs to go out of the way because we've also got the potential break ball in amongst this slot, but he's got to get this one ball out of the way. Now he can do that off the 5 if he can get himself across here, because now if that was me, I'd have been stunning across to here, because if I didn't get good on it, I was on that one as a bailout, and I'm surprised he didn't play to get on that one. He might regret that, having left it sat there when he did have an opportunity to go over this side to take out the one. Can still do it now if he cuts this up table. But he doesn't want to run right through into the rail, I don't think. Well, that's where he's ended up. Now, I'm asking the question, has he committed himself to a break ball? I mean, this looks as if it's going to be it. He's got rid of the one at last. "15 balls. That's on that threshold right at the corner of the pack. It's parallel with the back line of the rack. So the 2 ball stays where it is, suggesting he may well be looking to keep that there. Oh, I didn't notice Stubb had arrived in the room. Well, the 4 ball would have been ideal to get onto that too for the break shot. He's just got rid of it. And now it's not going to be quite as guaranteed because you've got to move the cue ball. Where the 4 ball, or was it the 4 ball? Where it was a lot easier to get to the 2. Welcome to Albi. See, that's no good. And that's why he should have left. He should have left whatever the hell ball that was there to get on that too. Well, he's got a shot. He's not going to have much else unless he dinks this in dead weight and drops across and holds for the 6. In the end, he's opted for the safety. So that was the first test there for VPMonster in getting on the break ball, and he failed to do it. And it would have been a far more beneficial if he'd probably done it the right way, and I don't think he did do it the right way. I mean, when you start having to track that cue ball around into an area to get on the break ball, then you're a lot more vulnerable in being able to execute it well. Well, this is the kind of thing that that Matt doesn't want to be doing either. He doesn't want to, you know, VPMonster, he's not scored a barrel load there, but you know, there are 3 balls there for the taking if he can get the bank. You start missing shots when you're behind, it just gives the other guy an opportunity to just put some more points on the board. Well, admittedly, he's not going to get a lot here unless there's something in this pack. And there isn't, as far as I can see. There's nothing doing there at all. I don't think you'll be that far off the mark, Albi, as far as the score goes. I think overall Matt should be the much stronger potter and positional player. That 13 isn't going. Well, I know what I'd be doing. I'd be just brushing off that 4 and getting onto that rail up top there. And that's not a great shot by VPMonster. Admittedly, he's sort of got away with it from the point of view he's covered the 3. But he's left Matt an easy enough safety to come off the 13 and come back in behind the pack if he wants to do that. Or, in fact, the easiest shot is just bumping at 11, calling a safety and nailing the cue ball into the back 3 balls here. Well, he hasn't really done that. He should have had that right in between those 3 balls. He should have nailed it right in there. He's left the easy safety for Monster. You know, little careless things like that. He could have had him in a lot more trouble there. Good evening to Hazad. And welcome to Hairpig. I'm going to do one last tab here. Right, I'm just shutting down Discord. It's just one other process that's running. It doesn't need to be. If I can see where it is to shut it down, that's that done. I won't be long till I'm finished my coffee, but I definitely need that. Oh, good evening to Semi-Pro. Well, Matt has his first real scoring opportunity, and he's sitting with a good enough break ball. In fact, he's got two that he can work around, and he shouldn't have a problem picking off these remaining balls here to get to that point. I thought it was an 8-ball bar league that we're going to have next. Well, the 7-ball is the break shot. He's just got to stun this in and hold the cue ball. And he's good. Oh dear, watch the cue ball. Well, that's the first attempt Matt's had to get the break shot working. He's failed also. And that's what happened. I mean, he was sitting good on it, maybe just a wee bit further away for comfort. Or maybe taking it for granted, one of the two. But he's let Monster off the hook. Matt's contribution was, what, 9? And this is what I was just talking about earlier on, that Monster, as long as he keeps scoring, given the chances he can get, and then, you know, if he knows when to wind it in, then he just leaves Matt with nothing and just keeps building up the score with these opportunities he's getting. Well, that's probably a valid point there, though, here, Piggy, what I was saying, that he maybe just took it for granted. But this carelessness is giving away points that he really shouldn't be giving away. I don't think Monster's done himself any favours here. He's got himself in a bit of a pickle. You can bail out. He needs to watch the tip of that cue, though. You know, he's trying to get to the aiming point in the object ball, but you've got to watch the tip on that cue ball as well if you're fiddling around and twisting around, in case you impart unwanted spin on that cue ball. So now, having a quick look, we have a dead set combo there, which where he is right now, I mean, there's no reason why he shouldn't be taking that right now, because he's got the 15 ball to play with. I don't think it's all that wise to be leaving that there really late on. Where depending on what angle you leave yourself on, it depends on whether you can play that and still have a break ball out of this 8 ball. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, he might be trying to use the 12. So that's the thing about this. You don't know what they're committed to. But it clearly the 12 ball's not it. I still say that combo should have went when he was on that. Was it whatever ball it was into the side pocket? I think he should have got rid of it. Well, hitting, potting the combo is not the issue I'm arguing about. What I'm arguing about is where's the line of the cue ball going to be if he's leaving that? I mean, that 8 ball's going to squirt away. Well, it's gone further away from the pack, but it's still halfway. I mean, it'll still do. So will the 1 as well, for that matter. But something's going to have to go because he's now got himself in trouble. And I still think he should have played it as soon as, because he wouldn't have ended up there if he did. But hindsight's a beautiful thing. And now again, we're back to this type of shot where Monster's potting the 3, but he's got to play a controlled shot to get good on this 8 ball. And the cue ball is leaking away again. Well, he's had 1 go at the break shot and failed. And that was a lot more controlled. That was much better played, that shot. Stroked it without any hesitation. Well, I mean, you think how long he was at the table doing that as well. I mean, that was hours he was at it. Right, that's the coffee consumed, so that's the slipping out of the way. So, Matt, who I think most of us would have agreed at the start that he would be the, maybe not necessarily odds-on favourite, but a strong favourite to come through in this. It's been a bit untidy, and Monster, his goal is as simple as anybody else's goal in this game. If you're given opportunities, the most important thing of all is to make something of them each time. Doesn't need to be a big 100 run. But if you start putting 20s, 30s together and then ducking away, that just builds up the pressure on Matt. Already we have a nominated break ball. I think that 15 ball's either on the corner of the pack or just in it. But the 4 ball's sitting good. In fact, the 15 ball's dead. It's no good. Now this time, he does have a ball odd balls, which would make it a bit easier to get comfortable on that 4 ball, but he needs also to get rid of that 15. And I think he should take the 3 right now, mainly because taking that ball into the side and you're running away from the 3, you've got to get the 3 dealt with. He's just gone a wee bit further than he would like. That'll still do though. He's still okay. He can go to the rail if he needs to. But he doesn't want to be nailed to the rail. He's got to again get the dig on this cue ball. And of course it's all done with spin, and this is going to be in a line, but again still too far away from the object ball. But Monster did get his second break ball going, so let's see if he can get his third one going. And again, oh dear, he's let the cue ball go. We just let the cue ball go off the pack. So the run ends in 27, and Matt will be relieved, but he's finding himself, what is that? 37, I can't count. How far's he behind? 37 behind or something like that. Yeah, 36. And I think straight away here Matt's struggling. He's struggling for a shot. Oh, he's just on the, what's he done with the cue ball though? Well, I think every shot he's just threatening to get himself in trouble. So there may well even be a break ball there at the moment. The 4 ball. All the rest are in the pack, apart from ones outside the rack at the back of the pack. Now he's bumping balls there much harder than he probably needed to there. And again, anything there could have rolled and bumped to 4 out the way and left nothing any better than that. So it's the same old story. The objective is to clean that deficit, and then you can basically start scoring. I'm not quite sure what he's looking at. Is he looking to see whether the 14 goes? There's not a problem with any of these balls going. And you can just dink this 8 ball in and get rid of at least one of them. And if he's going to use the 4 ball, then he wants to get these balls taken care of right now. Because then if he comes back and takes this in here, he can get up here for this 14, take the 6 and get on the 4 as a break ball. So he could use the 6 as his penultimate ball if he's going to do it that way. He's got himself in trouble again because he's stuck himself to the rail. Now that's now left him having to play another one around the corner by the look of it. Is he coming to the rail? know, he's getting to the pack. Sensible thing to do. He had the angle to kill it and hold it in the pack. Gets ball in hand in the kitchen. Doesn't want to go forward again. Like, well, he did go forward, although it wasn't with a lot of top spin. It was more stun than anything else. Well, where he is, he can get rid of that 3 right now. Because again, it's just a blocking ball. So, you know, when you're on the problem balls, to me, you've got to deal with them when you have that opportunity. You know, he's hanging off. He might even play the combo looking at it. But I'm more inclined to, if I landed there where he was, I'm more inclined to get rid of that because it gives me plenty of time to get out of there and deal with the 10 ball as well. Is he going to take the combo? He's had another look, the look of it. Well, that's now dealt with the problem. Now, he has to decide where his break ball is. Now, if he has done, it's the 2. It would seem to be the most convenient one to do it. Run goes to 21. The deficit is coming down. Now, I'm from what I've seen so far, I'm hedging my bets that Matt's not going to use the 8 ball as his penultimate ball. I think he's more comfortable with maybe running it around off a rail or something to get there. He might even do this just to contradict me. You never know, but I think it'd be surprising if he was leaving the 8 ball there. Well, it might not be that difficult because he's got himself pretty damn good on this 8 ball now. So just a little roll through, not too far, and at least he's a better distance. Oh dear, why has he done this? Well, I don't think that's particularly great. I mean, he can still get it. I would have preferred to have left himself straight on that. You know what I mean? Sort of parallel to where he was. He had a perfect chance to do it, but he's got 3 balls out. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get there and get something. Good evening to Chimpy. Now, how does that 6 ball look? Let's go, yeah. And here's the problem that has to get dealt with. Now, if he'd gone that wee bit further there, he might have been able to pot that 11, miss the 14 and get a little bump off the back rail. But he's got the 4 ball now, he's perfect. Just a little nudge. And that's all the, you know, when the 2 balls are sitting like that, they only just need a touch. Just to break them up. Well, now he's in no man's land because he hasn't gone high enough to get rid of the 5. And he's going to have to come up with a recovery shot here rather quickly. Looking at it, he's got a dodgy cut with the cue ball running loose off this 7. And I think that's pretty much Hobson's choice here. He don't think he's got much else available to him. Just dragging the pace off the cue ball though. That was well done. And this is the worry now. This is the worry. It's not frozen. Well, good evening, good afternoon to Rotor Monkey. Long time no see. Well, now he's good. So now he has to be committed to get nailed to this rail and get rid of that ball in the side cushion here. Got to get this flush though. So the 1 ball is in the pack, and he's got 2 balls. In fact, he's got 3 balls if we went to these. He can use that one at the back of the pack as well if he was really desperate. Well, he might have gone too straight again. He's got a slight angle, so it looks as if it'll be the 14. Roll that in, roll this up the table, get on the 14. Or take it into the side, whatever he's comfortable with. Now this is not a great angle, he's got to watch the cue ball here. He's got to watch, this is what's just niggling at him a little bit, this angle he's got. The cue ball going forward wants to go to the side pocket. And he's good. Watch the cue ball. Oh dear. Oh, 2 AM is way too late for me. What, is that a proposal you got there, Chimpy? Who you meant to be playing? Well, good afternoon to Preacher. Hairpig offered you a proposal for 2 AM in the morning. That's him. He's trying the stub tactics. I don't even know who you play next. I presume it's Hairpig you play next. I probably said it out earlier on there, but I wasn't listening to myself. Well, the Northern Lights can be all over Scotland tonight, but when I looked out earlier on, it was pissing the rain. And if you're in the north of Scotland, you've got 0 chance of seeing it. There's a cold front moving in, and they're getting rain, and the rain's just going across us at the moment as well. So you don't need to go out into the garden to try and see the Northern Lights. Just go onto YouTube. You can watch the Northern Lights morning, noon and night on YouTube. There'll be I guarantee there's a webcam for the Northern Lights. Well, with all this prattling on I've been doing for the last 5 minutes, Matt's on 45, got himself in the lead. And presumably coming down table for this one into the side. And now that he's got there, he's not bothering with it. Well, he's not got an obvious break ball here, but he could get a bunt here. What's the deadline date? What, you're going to play at 2 o'clock in the morning? Good luck with that. Well, if you take my advice, you should go to your bed and set the alarm. I thought you said it was 2 AM. Oops, wrong button. Well, he's still not got an ideal break ball here. It looks as if it's going to be the 6 now. He's got 2 balls left in the pack. So when is it? Oh, 2 AM was the deadline time, right? Got you now. Pardon me. Well, if he takes the 8 ball and comes back the way, he can get that ball into the side and can't come off the rail and out for the angle in the 6 ball. He's going the other way though. I'll be there for that then. Stubbs finally get bored and left, which is never a bad thing. See, this is to me, this is the distance you want to be when you're playing break shots in straight pull. You know, like that. Oh, that cue ball with the top on it just stalled and died, and that's made even worse by the fact that one ball just come towards it. Well, he's got a duck here. He could go for the... I mean, if he just want to try and keep a run going, he'll go for the bank and the 4. But if he was more sensible, he would just stick it there and leave nothing for VPMonster. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be losing a point and just letting VPMonster make a choice. I wouldn't be making it easy for him by just having a go at something for the sake of trying to keep a run going. I'd be much more worried about protecting my points that I've just went all the bother of getting. The run at the moment is what? 57. And that's the right shot in my opinion. You know, stick him there, let him decide on what he wants to do. And that might be he might be contemplating the bank, but he can still get into that 14 and come back into those balls there. Well, this is called his own bluff, because now he's taken on the shot he didn't take on first time round, and now he might as well have done it first time round, because now he's left Monster with a chance. So he was outmanoeuvred there. In fact, he took his own bait that he left there for VPMonster. In the end he done it and he missed it, and now Monster's getting some free points here. Right, let's have a quick look at this bloody bracket here to see what it says. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock on Friday night, British summertime. Or 8 o'clock if you're in the Netherlands. Oh, that's went ugly immediately. Because those two balls have nailed themselves together. Well, he's got a tricky one either way to stay at the table here. He's not getting any in there. The 15 will go into the side. I don't know whether he can get enough of the 1 to get into the side. But the 14 looks like the bailout up table. And wee bit of pressure on it. And he's got to watch where this cue ball's running when he plays this 14 as well. Well, he's held the cue ball. Stop it leaking away. Well, he should brush through off that 7. You know, I bet he wishes he had it done now, but he's going to be playing the length of the table. But this 7's now a problem. And he was on that 7 ball there to get rid of it initially, and he refused to play it. And now he's well, he's got a little nudge. And there's already, because he's took an extra shot to deal with this problem on the left hand side, he's got less opportunities to go over to this problem on the top right hand side of the table. Good evening to Cobra. Now, the only easy shot he's got is a 3 ball. There's nothing else easy. Now, can he not cut that 5 in right now? I think that'll go in off the jaw. Why is he not playing that? I think if you cut that, even if you get it to there, it's got to go in. I don't think you can overcut that much that it won't go in, that 5 ball. Now he's going for the draw to come on. This could end in a disaster here, maybe, if he's going to do that. No. Now he's going for the bump off the 13. Right, so we have the 10 ball as a break ball. Well, Matt lost a little psychological battle with that 4 ball earlier on in the rack there, where he had nothing on but a bank on the 4 ball. He refused it, decided to play the safety, and then 2 shots later he was playing the shot that he'd left there as bait for Monster. Matt took it on and missed it, and these are, watch the cue ball, and Monster's done the same thing. He stunned and rolled off the side of the pack, and immediately, whatever points he's clawed back, he's just going to watch them disappear again. He's let Matt back in. So the run is only 12. And worst thing about it is he's still trailing Matt. So that's a fail if you're VPMonster. I don't know, I presume he's got some sort of angle there. He might try bumping stuff. Didn't really have a great angle. This is not great. See, Steve would be moaning about that shot there. I can hear Steve's voice in my ear. You know, I wouldn't have to be doing that. You know, drawing the ball like that, you just don't know where it's ending up. It's not a controlled shot. You're just drawing to try and disturb stuff and hoping you're going to be on your next ball. It's not the controlled way to do it. But it's, you know, it's getting away with it in VP4 that's the difference between that and real life. It's how much you can get away with in this game. Now, again, that 11 ball needs to go. It's just annoying where it's sitting, and it's about getting to that 11 ball. You've got to get onto that 11 ball, and that 1 ball has to go. I mean, whatever way you do it, you've got to get rid of one and both of those balls a lot sooner than you think. And that then means it's a problem if you're trying to finish in the bottom side of that 11, because there's no way you want to be trying to pot that 11 from here or from any angle out there. And now he's on it. Well, he can just bunt a little bit forward. He's fine on the 11. But again, if he's not doing it now, how good's he going to be on it the next time round if he doesn't do it now? He's checking it to come inside. So he's got to roll through for the 10, I would assume, next. He's got to come through, not the 10, what the hell is it? It is the 10. He's got to come through far enough for it. And he's not come through far enough unless he's playing for the 14, which to me is your break ball. I can't believe that's what he's deliberately doing there. That's crazy. He's hit this 3 inches too short, this shot in the 10 ball. I can't believe he's deliberately played for the 14. I can't believe that. I mean, the 13 is actually, it's outside the rack. So in that case, he's leaving it for that purpose. But I don't believe that he did. I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt. I think he played to come down onto this 10 and left it short. He could also, and it's not a guarantee, but he could also, if the opportunity arises, leave the cue ball in the rack. But it wouldn't be playing that ball that he's playing now. It would be playing this one and coming around the table, or coming off the side rail and back out. Well, he's going to be, he's going to end up, let's have a look. Yeah, you're going to end up with a ball in the kitchen. If he does that, and again, trying acrobatics to get to the back of the 13, he got there. But the run ends in 13. 20-point lead for Matt. It's going to hit the point. Right, well, where's the value in potting this? Why don't you just overcut it and then duck down into the kitchen? Send it back in behind the stack. Or you could do that and then just leave Matt back in. Okay, he's not got an easy start. Well, having said that, yes he does. He's got an easy one into the side. So, again, that shot there that Monster played, if that was me, I'm overcutting that and ducking down here into the long grass. And this makes it even more painful, because you had the opportunity there to play a half-decent safety. You refused to do it, and you've given your opponent a chance to build on the lead, and you never took your chance to try and at least get some opportunity to, maybe not from the first shot, but some opportunity in a little safety battle to eat away at that deficit. And Monster's just blown that opportunity. Well, that's where you've got to get the touch right. I mean, there's always danger in playing, you know, whatever shot choice you make. It's about doing it and executing it right. That's always the test. That's always the challenge. But I would have done that and took that risk a lot more than I would have done there that he did. But then again, I've always been a lot more safety conscious and not aggressive enough. But that's put that down to the snooker. Well, we've got a couple of good enough break balls sitting there that don't need to be moved. Now, all he had was the cut angle in that 13 ball here, Pig. What was it? What was the other safety then, running into the pack? Because he could only see a partial amount of the 13 ball where he was cutting it to the left side. So it was either going to be cut into the pocket or, like I say, overcut it, so you cut it to the long rail and send it to the short rail in the top. So what was the other safety then? Yeah, with a called safe, yeah. Well, let's put it this way. Let's agree that it would have been far better to do that than what he did do. Well, there is still the break ball there. But it's a bit, again, he's going to have to nail this right on that 5 ball. And he's come spinning off it. He's going to be okay though. Dead straight to 6. Is he going to juice this up? Oh, he's okay. I think he's lucky there. He didn't just lie right in the middle of those. I don't think he would have had anything. He got away with one there. And now he's a bit straight in this 5. Doesn't want to try and do much acrobatics here. Well, he's going to juice this up because he's trying to run through these. Well, maybe if he had juiced it up a bit more, he'd have caught the pack thicker. He's okay though. All you're wanting is a shot, and now the 14's actually, I don't think, too bad a shot. Let's have a look. I think that's pretty good to at least catch something. I don't think he needs to blast this though to catch something. If he hits it too hard, he'll miss them probably. Oh, he's brought one out. Now, if he rolls the 2 up, that'll be his last good chance that I can see at the moment in the time being, where he can roll the 2 up and go up on that 10 ball. And then he can use the 10 ball to do the damage. He's perfect for doing that as far as I can see. Just roll through it, leave it squarish parallel on that 10. He just lets the cue ball run out. Oh, I wouldn't be running out like that though. That was almost a disaster. Why he didn't just dink that in and roll through to there? What was to stop him doing that and then just stunning that in and getting a nice little hit in him? This is miles away. And I can't understand that. Well, that 9 is way too tight. That's not. I think my idea was a far better idea. He was on it to roll it up the table, cue ball finish about there, bang, and he's home and dry. This is tight. And now he's good. And he's still got the break shot. So it's all worked out well in the end. Well, it's worked out well as far as he has that break shot. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. But here we go again, where the object ball isn't adjacent to the break ball, so he's got to go forward and come up in a line, and that needs to keep going. It needs to keep going, and he's just got enough to get a hit. Whether he's going to bring a great deal out, I don't know. Got to watch again coming off this pack though. You know where this could go. And he's come back the way, and he's at least got a ball out. Well, now he's got a slight angle in the 14, and that's worked out well. Ball has come down table here to the kitchen, but that's fine for the time being. Well, the 8 ball we can see goes, and if Matt's had a look at that, in fact, not even the 8 ball, if you look at those two, or the 4 ball I think's in the way, or is it? Is that a combo? I think it is. I think it's just a combo, that 13 and 5. But if you catch anything, that 4 ball it might not be, but the 8 ball we know goes anyway, so. This is certainly going to nudge one or two if he does it, but I think he's decided he's going the other way. Now he's going to be dead. He's going to be dead. Yep. The run goes to 34. He's into three figures. Now again, I would just dig the two and leave it stuck there and lose a point rather than doing this. So that's a missed call. There's no way I would have been playing that just to try and keep a run going when I'm more concerned about preserving my lead. Because, you know, there's always a possibility your opponent's going to stick something on you. And you know, it's not about being overly cautious, it's just not giving anything by way of encouragement for Monster to settle down. Well, that used all the rail and all the pocket. So already it's a bit of a long trek back here for Monster. His first objective would be to get to 100. You know, and I've got to, you know, I've got to be asking a question of VPMonster. Is he just going to go all out? Now that's a poor one. That is a poor shot. I didn't even get a chance to finish my sentence and he'd finished his visit. The run is only 6. Break ball sitting there. I think it is. Yes, it is. Just on the corner of the pack. Well, Monster didn't make any inroads into the deficit, and that's never a good sign. And I think Matt's got one ball into the side pocket, and that's about it here. I mean, he does have a cut along the top rail. I think it might be the 14 ball, is it? That's up there. No, it's a 12. Well, that ball that's hanging over the corner pocket top left, that can remain there for a little while. It always gives you that chance to try and. Well, he's taking it straight away because that was a one way of getting onto this 7, but he's ended up dead straight. He's trying to get over this side to deal with this issue here. And of course, that's really the only way these balls are going to get rid of, is coming into this corner pocket. And now he's in good shape. Vertical liquid. We've got MC Clark at the table. He's on a run of 10 and his score is 123. And VPMonster's back there on 65. Now, are you driving a horse and carriage through Amish country? No, you are driving. Cue ball running into the long grass. Break ball has gone in. And Matt's run is 17, with what looks like a good few more to come. So, quick look at this setup here. We've got the 13 ball, which it looks as if it's in the rack. 12 ball clearly can be used as a break ball. So the 13 ball is an issue where it's at. And there's a chance to get rid of it, but only when that 7 ball is out the way. Now, he could play the 7 and try and get in behind this 13 now, unless he's trying to just drop through for the 13 from this side. But doing that, he doesn't want to catch too much of the 12. I think he's fine though. In fact, that'll still do. We've got the 11 as another choice. In fact, he may well have left that as his choice, so he's sitting pretty decent at the moment. Yeah, race to 200. This is a round 2 match. I think it is. It is a round 2 match, isn't it? Where the hell is it in the bracket? Yeah, there we are. Oh, this pace looks pretty good. That is well done. That is nailed on the spot as far as I can see. Very well judged. Well, again, the cue ball coming off the pack and going forward. And he's good to keep going here. Okay, there's still work to do in terms of dealing with issues there, but I mean, that's 6 balls straight. He can drop behind a 5. You can take the 9 into the side, and in fact, can he take the 9 into the side? I think he might just be able to get to it, but he's looking again. That's not really improved the situation a great deal. If anything, it's made matters slightly worse. We've got these 4 gathered together here. Now, what about that? No, that's not set anywhere. Well, that's dealt with that problem. Now, what's he going to be working around as a break shot? Well, he's actually got nothing here, and you've got one at the head of the pack here. You've got the 10 to the left. So it could be, I think he'd be more inclined to keep that 10 ball there. I mean, the 15 is sitting where it is, but I think that is the one he's working around. And no sooner have I said that, he's going to shoot it, so forget that idea. Well, presumably, and again, I'm assuming, because that's all we can do, he's going to use a 3 to get to the 15. And, well, I don't understand what the hell he's doing there. And I don't think he does either. Because that's blown him out of the water as far as keeping that as a break shot goes. So that's 2 on the left hand side that were there as possible break balls. They've gone. He could still go inside the 15 ball on the left side here and come into the pack from it. He's not doing that. The 1 ball's in the pack, it's not counting, so it is the 4 ball. And he's going to be ball in hand for that. Well, loads are going forward here. And he's actually spun through the left side of the pack. And he's got a combo. Took a risk there, but he can certainly rely on that as a combo, because that's going in, that's never missing. And he's also going to have a smack at this off the side rail here. And 14 ball into the side, he's fine. Yeah, I would take the 13 ball right now. Now that you're on it, that is. I mean, he's going to play the combo. So are we deciding that the 2 ball's a break shot, or the 3? because that's outside the rack. Well, Matt's run, I think Matt's had 2 runs over 50, hasn't he? What was the first one he made? He made 50 something, I think, in one of his earlier visits. He's now had, I'm pretty certain this is his second run over 50, and he's 36 away from the finishing line. Now, what was Albinario's prediction? It was a lot closer than this, I know that. Did Albinario say 200 to 160 odd or something? No, it's going to be nowhere near that at the end of the day. Well, I suppose it'd be a very nice, strong finish if Matt could go all the way here and complete the match in this visit. That'd be a good challenge. And once again, he's good to go. This could be... Well, I'm going to hedge my bets here, and I'm going to say it for fear of not actually jinxing him. But he does have a good chance here to get to 3 figures if he can just hold it together and tidy up everything here that should be his. Is he going to bump this one and bump these 2 if he can? Got to hit it firm if he's going to do that. No. Now he's fine along this rail here. He can easily deal with that as a combo. But he's had a bump. But again, I'm surprised that he didn't just bump the one in and stun into those. He had a bailout up table. So now he has to rely at some point in getting a nudge. Because when you haven't done it when you had at least one opportunity to do it, it's always then remaining in the back of your mind to get there. Well, you're right enough there, Hairpig. I'm forgetting about my basic arithmetic. You're correct. Oh, it's still a good finish if he can do it. Yeah, he needs another 22 balls. And, well, that little problem that he had, that's gone as well. So now he's got to come up with another plan for the break ball. Could be the 9 ball. It could be the back of the pack. Because all the other balls there, the 3 balls that are sitting there, are all in the pack at the moment. That needs to just slow up. Now it's getting a wee bit fiddly. And he's done a nice little brush in the 11. And now the 11 ball's in play, but he's now going to have to bring out a pot here. Tricky little cut in the 3. Yep. And that'll do. The run goes to 71. Needs to keep running, needs to keep going. And that's good enough. Now again, you don't want to blast this too hard because you'll not catch the pack good enough. And he got away with one there, he'll take it. And he's not bad on the 6. If he wanted to try and pinch a bit and just do a bit of nudging from that. Oh, would you believe it? He's gone all in the corner with the 2 ball, come straight through the gap, not the 2 ball, and hit the 2 ball. He could have pinched a wee bit on that 6 and got a nudge that side. Oh, and he's done it again. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? He's actually been through the gap, come through the gap in the 14, and then ended up over there. I mean, you wouldn't believe you could play 2 shots into that mess of balls and come out of them clean without brushing anything. Now he's good. He's got to move something here. 6 ball heading towards the side. He's got a bail out in the 2 ball. He's going to 7, so he's okay as far as that goes. You'll get this problem here, which isn't set anywhere. And he's had a little nudge. Doesn't want that to go too tight. He's had a little bump, so he's okay. Now, what are we going for as far as a break ball goes, though? It could be the 5. I mean, it could also be the 9. So the run is 79. He's 9 away from the finishing line. So there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He needs another break ball. Or another rack, I should say. But this has been a very solid finish to the match. I mean, he's going to get to the line, whether it be in this visit or in the next one he gets. I mean, it's been a very, very solid finish. And he has been in a pretty good little rhythm, nice little touches. 2 amazing shots get into the pack where he never hit anything in the pack. We'll never see that again in this tournament, I'll tell you. So it's going to be the 9 ball, I would think. How many times have I got that wrong? Because he then goes and plays the 9 ball next shot. Is he going from the side rail into the... No, he's going for the ball in hand. So here we go. 198. And he's going to be on the 13 or the 8 for the match. So very well done to Matt. And a very nice finish. A run out of 88 to give him the match over VPMonster, who never really get into it at all. Excellent finish from Matt. Let's have a look at the stats. He did have another run over 50 odd. I know that early in the match. Where the hell are we? Wrong one. I was on it in the right place. So, if we now look, Matt is in second place for the high run of the tournament, behind semi-pro. And his average, well, that's his average over the matches he's played. His average has been 19. And he's played 2 matches, of course. You can obviously work that out from it being in the winner's side. That average, of course, is still a lot lower than semi-pros. And it puts him in a very good frame of mind for his next match, whoever that's going to be, because I said it earlier on, but again I've totally forgotten. Let's have a quick look and we'll get confirmation. So we have Matt now through to play Bill in round 3. We've got that match with Acero and Wanwa, where I'm predicting Acero will go through to play semi-pro in round 3. We've got Fast Eddie against Chico in round 3, and we've got Chimpy and Hairpig in round 3. And those matches are all on the schedule. If my voice is going to hold out, we've got Chimpy and Hairpig on Friday at 7 PM British Summer Time. Spudboy Eloquente on the one loss side on Sunday at 4 PM. Fast Eddie Chico on Sunday at 6 PM. Cobra and Mooncake on the one loss side at 7 PM on Sunday. And then the final match is Larry and Spectre Dawn at 8:30 on Sunday night on the one loss side. So that is us up to date as far as the schedule goes. So good evening to Dwight. Well, it'll be good evening and goodbye. So a good finish, good solid match from Matt. I did think he was going to be the far better player in terms of potting balls and in general moving the cue ball better. Monster had chances, but he just wasn't, there was no consistency there to do damage when he had chances, and he's heading over to that one loss side. So Stub having a rant again, but to no avail. In fact, now that I mention it, where the hell's Stub in this bracket? I never even looked. One loss side, yeah, you've got the Spudboy Eloquente, we've got Christian and Woody to arrange. Larry and Spectre Dawn are set for the weekend. And Tommy against Stub. Whenever that's going to be. What's the deadline? Oh, it's another 10 days away, isn't it? Yeah, September the 14th, 24th, so there's time yet for that to go ahead. Mooncake and Cobra at the weekend. Mark Shark waiting on a loser coming through. Viking playing VPMonster next. And Bankster's waiting on the winner of River City and Little Wolf. So that is it. Definitely 100% up to date. So I'm going to rest my voice before it finally quits on me altogether. Thanks guys for watching. And I will be here for that match on Friday night. So until we meet again, take care. And I'll bid you good night. Thanks for watching.